talk about our way. Remember you are not alone. Huda is the light in your home. We'll talk about Huda. We'll talk about our way. Come join us and have your say. Let's talk about our way. Remember you are not alone. Huda is the light in your home. Remember you are not alone. Huda is the light in your home.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome, dear brothers and sisters, to another live episode of Viewers Pulse, and I'm your host for the program, Junaid Dar. Dear brothers and sisters, I'd like to begin by thanking Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for once again bringing us together, uniting our hearts, giving us this glorious opportunity to do the work, to do da'wah, calling people to the beautiful religion of Al-Islam according to the Quran and the authentic teachings of the Sunnah. I'd also like to here make mention of the blessed Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Dear viewers, Viewers Pulse is your program. We are live for the next hour, and in this hour we'd like for you to communicate with us, for you to pick up your phones, to jump onto Facebook, to join any mode of communication that you can, and we'd like to hear what you think. We'd like to hear your comments, your queries, your question with regards to our programs that you've been watching over the last week, and also like to hear some suggestions from yourselves. What would you like to see? What would you like to see coming up in the future here on Huda TV? So, dear brothers and sisters, it's an interactive program, and we really want you to get involved. But today is a special program. Why do I say that? Every week, mashallah, Allah blesses us with a very special guest. This week we have one of our former presenters joining us on Viewers Pulse, and inshallah ta'ala he's going to explain to us what he benefited from Huda TV, what is he doing currently right now. If I jog your memories back to this very program, Viewers Pulse, the previous presenter prior to myself, Malik, Brother Malik was the one who worked very hard here on Huda TV, and he really set the scene, he set the criteria for the rest of us to pick up the pieces and to work from. So mashallah, he really worked hard, and he really set that standard, should we say, in Huda TV, and we appreciate all of his work. And inshallah ta'ala, just in a few moments, there we go, you can see brother Evangelitos there on your screens, and he had so many programs, some live programs, some recorded programs. But before we jump onto the phone to him, I would like to run through the different modes of communication, how you can communicate with Huda TV. There you go, you can see handsome Malik there along, sitting beside me. Inshallah ta'ala, we will have him on the phone like I made mention. But let us first look at some of the ways in which you can communicate with Huda TV, and then we'll go back to Brother Malik in a few moments. Now, as I made mention, my dear brothers and sisters, Huda TV and Viewers Pulse, we are coming to you live, and you can join us via phone. So the first and most direct way for you to join us here in the studio is by picking up your phones. We would like for you to join us here. We have two numbers, and you can pick up any of those numbers and call us. Don't forget the code. If you're calling from outside of Egypt, then you must use 002. The number should be running across the screen very shortly. There we go. You've got the numbers there. Do call us and present us with your questions. If you want us to ask Brother Malik anything, you'd like to thank him, you'd like to ask some questions, anything, feel free to pick up that phone and join me in the studio. Now, dear brothers and sisters, if you can't get to your phone, you can always jump onto your emails, and our email address is pulse@huda.tv. So do send us your emails, and inshallah ta'ala we'll have a team there ready to respond to your email as soon as possible. The next mode of communication is through Facebook. You can also send us your comments, your queries, and even responses that you would like for me to present to Brother Malik on Facebook, and I'll try my best to read those out to him as well. So do join us on Facebook, and Facebook is a very important mode of communication. We would like for you to share our page, to like our page, to send it out to your friends and your families, and inshallah we can increase the number of likes on our page as well. And one very important feature on our Facebook page is a link to our official web page, which is Huda TV, where you get to see our itinerary, all of our programs, 24 hours of the day, 7 days a week, so you can pick those programs that you can watch according to your timetable, your work, or whatever activities you're doing. So do go to our official page, and you can get lots of benefit from that as well. Our next mode of communication comes through Twitter, and if you jump on Twitter and you subscribe to us there, you will find us Huda TV channel, and join us, and you will get your live updates coming to you on your phones, on your devices, whatever you're using. You will be in contact with Huda TV 24 hours of the day, 7 days a week. So don't forget to use Twitter. and our next mode of communication, and that is probably the most important, and that's through YouTube. Go to YouTube and type in Huda TV. You will see our channel there, you see our page, and it's very important. Why do I say that? Because you can watch all of our programs absolutely free by the click of a button, 7 days a week, 24 hours of the day, and it's absolutely free. You can also watch previous programs, recorded programs, and please don't forget to subscribe. Press that button there, subscribe, join us on our page, inshallah ta'ala. Help us to grow so that we can help you, and we can, inshallah ta'ala, spread the true teachings of the Quran and the Sunnah. Now, my dear brothers and sisters, the last mode of communication comes through Skype. Our Skype address is Huda_TV, so please do join us on Skype. Add us as your friends. We are usually green, so you can talk to us, you can speak to us, you can exchange information with us as you please. So do join us on Skype, and inshallah ta'ala, we will be able to work together, hear each other's ideas, hear suggestions, and have some positive contribution towards this channel. Now, my dear brothers and sisters, as I promised you right at the beginning of the program, we are going to have Brother Malik on the phone, and he's going to be answering some of our questions. It's for me personally, as a presenter here on Huda TV, who is working here on Viewers Pulse, where Brother Malik was sitting on this very chair in front of this very camera. So it's a great opportunity and a great honor to speak to our respected Brother Malik. And if I understand correctly, I think he's on the phone. Assalamu alaikum, Brother Malik.
Wa alaikum salam, Brother Junaid. It was very nice to speak with you, brother, and thank you very much for really such a wonderful introduction. I really appreciate it. Thank you very much. It's my honor to be with you, brother.
Brother Malik, there's no introduction will suffice for yourself. You worked very hard on Huda TV, and you can see there all the different programs you contributed with and worked hard on. MashaAllah, there you can see yourself there on Hajj as well. How does it feel watching these clips and these pictures now from the States where you are?
Hey, thanks, man. You've improved the shows, man, by the way. But, yeah, man, just looking back during my time out of TV, I really am really so thankful. I didn't really totally appreciate it until after I returned home and I realized how much Allah had blessed me with being at the channel. I mean, just being around great brothers, which involves the brothers all the way around. I mean, the brothers behind the scenes working, the technical support, the management, and, of course, being around like Dr. Muhammad and Sheikh Ibrahim and all the great, you know, like callers to Islam and scholars. I mean, that time in my life was really, I mean, a special time. I miss Wallahi so much, and I think about the guys there a lot.
MashaAllah, very nice. Brother Malik, just for the sake of the viewers, could you tell us whereabouts you are now and what are you doing with your life at the moment?
Yeah, actually, I'm back here in San Francisco, California. This is the area which I grew up in. When I left for the TV, I got a job with Anadolu Agency, which is the English language news agency that covers the Middle East and North Africa.
Okay.
And I was only able to get that job through the grace of Allah and the help of my dear brother Osama Shami, who passed away. May Allah have mercy on him, because a lot of people don't know, Osama was really a great brother and a rising star, and he actually moved to Turkey and got a really good job there in journalism. That was his true passion. So being the great brother that he is, he bring me along with him, so to speak, and he got me a job there and was kind of mentoring me in journalism and working with Anadolu, which was really cool. And may Allah have mercy on him. Actually, I lost two brothers at the TV while I worked there. The other was Muhammad Shaufi, who was a great brother also. May Allah have mercy on him. And now, brother, I'm actually in the interviewing process for this cool social media company. So I would like you and all the viewers to make dua for me. And if this goes through, I really want to share some information about the social media company with you in the future, because it essentially is a software or a platform for people who have like multiple social media accounts. So for someone like you presenting Viewers Pulse, it would be really good, because if you have like a Twitter account, a couple Facebook profiles, Instagram, all that stuff, you just do like one login and you manage all those at once. It would really be helpful for people like yourself and Dr. Muhammad and everybody hosting the shows. But stay tuned to that. Once, if I can pass through this interview process, inshallah, with them, I'll go ahead and send you guys a link, and maybe you guys can use it at the channel, inshallah.
Sure, very nice. Brother Malik, it clearly shows that you are progressing with your career with media and the working with cameras. So we ask Allah to bless you with that, and we ask Allah to give you more in terms of your rizq for your work as well.
Hey, I mean, for both of us, brother, really, I'm humbled to be with you, and thank you so much for giving me your time. And you know, I just
Brother Malik, I I want to ask you another question. How did you, or what did you really benefit from working on Huda TV? Like, you can give us on a professional level and also on a personal level. What did you benefit?
Yeah, thanks, man. On a personal level, I mean, I didn't get a chance to study really when I was in Egypt. Like, I didn't really study Islam or Arabic, but which was kind of a lost opportunity for me. But at the same time, just being around the good brothers and the shaykh and everything, it made me. I learned from their manners and their presence, and I just benefited, religiously, spiritually. I mean, I feel like I'm the Muslim I am today because of the personal relationships I had. I mean, Dr. Muhammad bring me one time on a trip with him to Denmark and Lithuania, and I got to see how the sheikh behaves and how he treats people. And Dr. Mahmoud Denali and Sheikh Ibrahim Judan, all these really great people. I just benefited from being around them, really. On a professional level, subhanAllah, Allah really blessed you with a lot of it, TV. I mean, we did a lot of cool stuff. I mean, Mr. Akhtar Semi, the regional director, he took me with him to Hajj. It was wonderful in both professional and personal way. We have great directors like, Brother Ahmed, who does a lot of great things, and
Sure.
You learn a lot about the industry and media. Just a great experience. I don't know, it's not easy to find that. We did all sorts of stuff, recorded shows, live shows, stuff for Saudi Airlines. I mean, just from a professional level was beneficial, but even more so from a personal level, because I just feel like I'm a more humble, inshallah, person now after being around such great people, So we have to love to give you guys strength to continue, inshallah, this great dawah effort.
I mean, and also, Brother Malik, you presented so many programs, from live programs to recorded programs. Can you tell me which one of those was your favorite and why?
You know what? Thank you for asking that. Brings back really good memories. SubhanAllah, maybe Allah have this for a reason. The first program I really ever did was with Imam Karim Abu Zaid, and I was just so nervous and so scared, and I just remember the Sheikh saying, "Brother, calm down, don't worry, I'm with you." And he helped me really get through it, and I just felt like that went really well, in most part because of the Sheikh's patience and attitude. That was called Building a Better Future. And then, the last program I did, I was really emotional about leaving and, leaving the channel, leaving, Egypt and everything. The last program I did was with a young brother named Sheikh Muhammad Tim Humble, which was really a wonderful experience because he was so young yet very knowledgeable and very kind and, just really smooth in front of the camera, and he's a great person off the camera as well. So I felt like those two shows really still have a place in my heart. The show with Sheikh Muhammad Tim Humble and the first show with Imam Karim Abu Zaid.
All right, excellent. Brother Malik as well, looking back at the time you spent here on Huda TV, can you tell us about some of the funny moments that took place or some of the funny things that might have happened with some of the teams or the people here working at Huda TV?
Oh yeah, I mean, we have a lot of great times. There's a lot of fun stuff. I mean, just I can't quite recall any specific instances, but you can imagine. I mean, your pressure for time, your pressure to get on the air. I'm sure, brother, you know very well now after your years of experience. Traveling, funny stuff does come up. There's a brotherhood and camaraderie, as you know, and I'm sorry, I'm not quite prepared to bring you a specific story, but we did have a lot of good times. At the channel, and believe it or not, we're laughing a lot, and we're having a great time there, as you know.
So, Brother Malik, I'm sure as a presenter, you miss the earpiece and being shouted down the air 5, 4, 3.
Oh, I'm glad you mentioned. Now that you mentioned that, Brother Muhammad Shaki passed away. May Allah have mercy on him.
I mean,
whenever we would do shows, he would whisper or yell into my earpiece, and it would make me laugh on live TV. And I was really trying to do this, with a straight face and remember what I'm trying to say and remember what I'm trying to ask the person being interviewed and make it look good and professional. And, the guy's yelling in my earpiece, or sometimes the guys just forget it on and they're talking really loud, So, yeah, that's quite comical. I'm glad you're having the same experience.
Yeah, of course. I think those are some of the moments that just before you're about to go on air, you always hear something funny in your ear, and it makes you smile and laugh like a second before you're about to go live.
Oh, brother, I have one funny story for you. When I was doing the Ummah Tonight, it was live, and we had these two guests. I forgot. I think they were Islamic finance people, and
Okay.
they were they had a suit and tie on, and they were very professional. I introduced myself. I shook their hand. You know, right when I sat down in the chair, right before we went live, the chair just collapsed and I fell onto the ground. I mean, that was incredible. I was dying laughing. I couldn't open up the show.
And that was live. You were actually filmed doing that.
Yeah, well, it was right before we went live, so alhamdulillah, I wasn't on the air.
Okay.
But really, it was really incredible that something like that could happen.
Here at Huda TV, people, they only see what goes on in front of the cameras. What goes on behind the cameras is something else.
Yeah, I mean, we're putting in a lot of work, and I think people think we have it easy, but it's a lot of hard work, and a lot of things can go wrong, and the brothers like Mohammed Esoui in charge of the decor, they really do a lot of hard work to make it look good.
Okay, and also, Brother Malik, I saw your pictures of you on Hajj, and alhamdulillah, the previous year. I got to go on Hajj as well with the TV channel, and probably was the peak of my journey with Huda. How would you explain your journey, the Hajj journey with the channel?
Oh, that's right, brother. You know, I didn't quite know that you also made Hajj there. That's really good. For me, it was just, you know, it's like a long time coming, you know. I mean, you just something that kind of, you think about, I guess, your whole adult life as a Muslim. And for me, it kind of hit me, the beauty of it kind of hit me at the end of Arafah Day, when we started getting in the SUVs to go to Muzdalifah. Then Arafah Day really hit me. Something about it, I mean, it really was beautiful and everything that is said about it. And that was a really important moment in my life. And I just remember that moment, that day. And one person that actually really helped me or really made me understand the beauty of Hajj was actually our regional director, Ahmed Femi. When we were there, you know, I see him as a manager and a very professional person, and you know, a bit older than me. So when we went there, seeing how he was in Hajj and how humble he was and how he went through the Hajj rites, and it really impressed me. And I realized what a beautiful religion this is. And, you know, that was a really special moment in my life, as I'm sure for you as well, brother.
Sure. And Brother Malik, what advice would you give somebody like myself who's presenting these programs? What would you say from your experience, what you learned, what advice would you give us?
Oh, well, you know, I'm not in a position to give advice, but, you know, one thing I think looking back on, if I could do better, is that when you start doing a lot of shows or you do the same show on a regular basis, you kind of fall into a routine, and then you're not as good as you could be. So I would just, you know, like, try to break out of the box, try to stay fresh, do new things, do every show, prepare for every show like it's the last show you're going to do, take advantage of the moment, because it can get kind of like a routine, like a regular job, and you don't want that, especially when you're in Dawah and stuff, so, or, you know, in this kind of environment. So just try to seize the moment, every episode, every moment, you know, get a good night's sleep and prepare well, and, you know, that's it, I guess.
Sure. Brother Malik, I would like to touch on another subject, and you made mention of Brother Usama Ashami, and we heard about his tragic news, and we ask Allah to give him the highest place in paradise. And we did a special show about Brother Usama and his contributions and how he was like a father figure, all of us here as presenters on Huda TV. Could I ask you to give us a few words on your relationship with our blessed brother Usama? What was he like, and what was your relationship like with him?
Yeah, thank you so much, man, because I'm really sad that I missed a chance to be on the program you guys did for him. Brother Usama, you know, when he first came to the channel, he was young, educated in media and journalism, enthusiastic, energetic, capable, and talented. I mean, I'm not trying to overpraise the brother. He was talented. He was more talented than anybody, and he was a rising star. He was only getting better. And the good thing about Usama was that he didn't want himself only to be good. He challenged all of us and worked with everyone behind the camera and in front of it to try to improve themselves, give them ideas. I mean, he developed the screen in so many ways. He did so many things, you know, and even when he left for Anadolu Agency, that was only the start of a great career. He had something published on CNN. He was definitely on the up and up, and like I said, the best thing about him is he was just so humble. He was a loving husband, a great father. You know, he practiced what he preached. He was the person you saw. He never wished anything on anybody. He was so kind. And it's rare to find somebody in media like that who is really, really talented and really good, but is also willing to help other people. Like myself, he gave me the job at Anadolu. I mean, that was amazing. I mean, I'm still benefiting from Osama. I mean, this is how I think about it. To this day, on my resume, when I go apply for jobs and whatnot, trying to score this job at a social media company here in the city of San Francisco. I'm still benefiting from him because of the reference and the things he taught me. So he was a great brother. May Allah have mercy on him and grant him Jannah and give his family the strength to carry on, inshallah.
Sure, and it's amazing, Brother Malik, how everyone I've spoken to so far from amongst the presenters, including Ali Coleman as well, and I asked all their opinions on their relationship with Brother Osama. They all said the same thing, that he was so helpful, he was like a father figure, he helped them to get into the job, and he helped to train them, and he helped to really give them the skills and the qualities it requires to be in front of the camera. And I think everybody shares this same thought.
Yeah, because, he looks at her TV like a team, and he didn't think of it like me versus you, or my show versus your show. He looked at it like a team. He helped develop. He even worked behind the scenes on some of my shows, because he wanted them to be better, because he felt like, he understood that there's 24 hours of screen time for everyone. It's not a competition in a negative sense. It could be in a positive sense. But, that was just a characteristic of a true Muslim, just being humble and kind and wanting for your brother what you want for yourself. And, I miss him so much. So may Allah have mercy on him.
Ameen. Brother Malik, we put out a few posts on Facebook asking people if they wanted to ask you any particular questions. And we've got a few people here on Facebook, first and foremost, giving a big thank you for your service. And a lot of people also saying that they miss you very much. So is there any chance we could see you on Huda TV again?
Oh, well, first of all, thank you so much for posting that. Thank you guys for all the people that posted those words. I mean, it means a lot, man. I really appreciate the dua. It means so much. It's the most valuable thing. I would love to. I would love to visit you guys and see you guys again. And, if Allah bless you, maybe do a couple more shows with you guys. Yeah, definitely. I mean, everything's possible in the future. And I'm always, I always say, no matter what, once you work with Huda TV, you're always part of that family. So welcome to that family, Brother Junaid, and I'm happy because the people before me welcome me too.
Thank you very much.
And I would love to do something in the future if possible, inshallah.
Okay, excellent. I'll just read to you one or two comments on our page before I let you rest. We have somebody, brother by the name of Asid. He says, MashaAllah, interesting to watch and hears about the show. We'd like to thank Brother Malik so much. We have a sister by the name of Basiro, and she says, God bless Brother Malik. Keep up the good work. We have Sister Salma, who says, may Allah reward him with Jannah, Ameen. And we have Sister Hijra, and she says also, mashallah, he did great work. We have also Sister Jerry, and she says, keep up the good work. May Allah reward you greatly, and the rest of Al Huda TV's staff. How do you feel when you're hearing so many people saying such positive words?
Oh, thank you so much, man, Junaid, for doing that and putting that up on Facebook. Honestly, the most important thing I took, probably the most important thing I took from the channel is the dua of the viewers. I mean, I remember Dr. Muhammad when people would call in and make dua from him, how important that was for him, and it just really feels great. I mean, this is like, I just feel like I'm living and experiencing Islam. Having people make dua for you and stuff. I mean, it's really important and special, and it's so valuable, more than all the professional experience you can accumulate. So I really am grateful for that. I really am humbled by it, really.
All right. Brother Malik, I'd like to thank you very much for taking time out of your schedule and joining us here on your program, Viewers Pulse. And the staff here behind the cameras, the brothers are jumping up and down, wanting to say salam and giving you a thumbs up. And the brothers on the earpiece as well, all of them, I think, would like to say that they miss you and they love you very much. And it's an honor and a pleasure to have you on the phone with us today.
Hey, thank you, man. Likewise, man. It's really been a pleasure and honor speaking with you. Thank you so much, Brother Jin. I really do appreciate it.
Thank you very much, Brother Malik. Hopefully we will see you very soon. May Allah bless you. May Allah make your future career prosperous. And thank you very much again.
Hey, thank you. Likewise, inshallah. Thank you so much.
Assalamu alaikum.
Bye-bye.
Dear brothers and sisters, there you go. You have our previous presenter there, Brother Malik, who was talking to us about his experiences, talking to us about what he's doing and how he felt during his time here at Huda TV. You know, the word thank you, it consists of 2 words, but the effect is so powerful. The influence it has in our hearts, in our minds is so powerful. You know, we would like to reach out and say to Brother Malik and all those involved a big, massive thank you, not just to him, but also brothers such as Usama Shami. Would like to give big thank you out to all of these people. We ask Allah to protect you all, and may Allah give all of us and those watching as well the highest places in paradise. We're so grateful for having good people. I'll tell you one thing that you will miss and you truly appreciate about this world, and that is good people. When you meet a good person, a good brother or a good sister, it's a very rare opportunity, and you should seize every second with that person. Learn as much as you can, benefit as much as you can, and enjoy your time with that person as well, because it's very rare in this world today that you find such sincere, such good people. So once again, I'd like to say thank you very much. Let's take a short break here, and then when we come back, we'll have a look at some of the programs we've been watching over the last week, inshallah. Have some reviews, get to hear your comments on the phone. So let's take a short break, and I'll see you all in a few moments.
Allah is my heart's speech, your mercy.
My dear viewers everywhere, welcome to another live edition of your program Ask Huda. Our phone numbers, they are code 002023855, 131 or 132, and the Facebook page is Dr. Muhammad Salah Official. Being able to get up for Fajr, to pray Fajr on time or to attend the Fajr in Jama'ah is the outcome of many practices. Yani, it is the result of working hard to increase your iman, is working hard to remain steadfast on the straight path.
I have a question. I would like to start. Actually, I'm a revert who is working in KSA from past 3 years, and I'm basically from India. So my question is like...
Not to forget that Allah the Almighty made this ummah, the ummah of Muhammad, peace be upon him, superior because of this quality. The quality of enjoining what is good and forbidding what is evil.
Because this is very important. Even in our country, in Muslim countries or non-Muslim countries, there are people who don't know how to do ghusl. And I tried all the websites and YouTube videos, but I don't know which one is authentic. But if it comes from Huda TV, that would be something authentic, and I can forward it, and we can share it with other people. That would be a great favor for us.
Keep in my heart your remembrance, and in your deen allow me to advance. Help me in my quest.
TV commercials motivate viewers into immediate action and to sway consumer loyalty from one brand or service to the other. That's why we're here for you, to help you sell your products and services by using creative ideas that bring life into your own TV commercial. Advertise your business and branded products and services on Huda TV. We will offer you fast-paced and energetic 30-second affordable TV spots. Advertise on Huda TV, acquire fresh customers and stay within your budget. For more info or to receive a quote, please send your inquiries to advert@Huda TV. Huda TV.
Go ahead, Ya Shu'aib. Recite from ayah number 16 to 26.
Yeah, okay.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم ولقد خلقنا الإنسان ونعلم ما توسوس به نفسه ونحن أقرب إليه من حبل الوريد.
تلقى المتلقيان عن اليمين وعن الشمال قعيد ما يلفظ من قول إلا لديه رقيب عتيد.
جاءت سكرة الموت بالحق ذلك ما كنت منه تحيد. ونفخ في الصور ذلك يوم الوعيد. وجاءت كل نفس معها سائق لقد كنت في غفلة من هذا فكشفنا عنك غطاءك فبصرك اليوم حديد
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome back, dear viewers, after taking a short break and joining us now on our live program, Viewers Pulse. Dear viewers, prior to the break, we had with us Brother Malik, who was one of the most prominent, one of the most important presenters here on Huda TV, who worked here for a very long time on a number of different programs, and we had a special interview with him. Now, I would like to, it's important for us actually to say thank you to those people who work and contribute positively in our lives. Before I continue, I think we have a phone call, if I'm right. We have Sister Aisha from the KSA. Assalamu alaikum, Sister Aisha.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. How are you?
Alhamdulillah. How are you, Sister?
Great, alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah.
I want to say, Brother Malik, assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. We really, really love you and miss you, brother. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala reward you for your good deed. And inshallah, we hope one day we will see you on Huda TV. And brother Osama as well, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala grant him Jannat al-Firdaus. And may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala reward you all, Huda TV, making Huda TV. Jazakallahu khairan. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah. Sister Aisha, thank you very much for that phone call, showing your appreciation once again for the works of Brother Malik and also making dua for our brother Usama al-Shami. Thank you very much, Sister Aisha. You also work very hard with us here on Huda TV. We appreciate that very much. Now, my dear brothers and sisters, everybody deserves some praise. Everybody earns that praise for their hard work. It is not a matter of showing off, but it is a matter of appreciation. If somebody has done something good, then we should appreciate that. And we should say thank you for that. And the contribution they make as well, we should be appreciative of these things. And just like we're getting these phone calls and these comments showing people are showing their appreciation for Malik's contribution, for Brother Usama's contribution, and so on and so forth. You know, feel free to pick up your phones and to join me to give your thank yous, your appreciations to Brother Malik. And if you have questions as well, give us your questions. Now, dear brothers and sisters, let's move forward and have a look at some of our reports of the programs that we've been running over the last week. Let's start with our very first report, and this comes to you from our program Gems of the Heart, which is presented by myself with Sheikh Ibrahim Zidan, where we are talking about the names and attributes of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. I'll leave it there, watch this report, and when we come back, we'll continue our discussion. Sheikh, you mentioned something very important inside the explanation, which I would like for you just to give a brief explanation, and that is names and attributes. Briefly, what is a name and what is an attribute? And Rahman and Rahim, are they names or are they attributes?
No. The names of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala are what is known to be in the Quran and in the authentic Sunnah of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And these names are, it's not for anybody to add anything or to invent any names of Allah. It's only by the revelation from Allah, wahi from Allah. Every name of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that usually has an alif and lam to it, Ar-Rahman, Ar-Rahim, Al-Sami', Al-Basir, and so on. This is a name that it also includes an attribute. These names are not names that are with no meanings. It has meanings to it. Like you would have names of human beings, people don't know the meaning of their names. Their names does not resemble their speech and actions.
Okay.
If a person his name is, for example, Kareem, right, which means generous, it doesn't really mean that he's generous.
Okay.
People just have their names and it does not necessarily reflect their attitude or their actions and so on. But to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has the perfect names and attributes. So every name of Allah, it has a meaning to it.
Okay.
Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has these attributes in the most perfect way, and nothing is the like of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And that's why also the names of Allah, nothing is the like of Allah when we talk about the names of Allah.
Okay.
So all of these names are not just names to get to know Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala as the creator of the heavens and the earth, but also has with it attributes that we believe in, and we would worship Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala with these attributes that affects our life and affects our actions and so on.
Okay.
So it's part of our job, is with every name of Allah we need to know what the attributes that are mentioned in that name, to understand it, to believe in it, and to worship Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala according to this attribute.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome back, dear viewers, after watching that short report from Gems of the Heart with Sheikh Ibrahim Zidan. You can watch that program live every Wednesdays at 7 p.m. That's Mecca time. And the rerun is at 2 a.m. And I strongly encourage all of you to join us on that program, where we are learning about the names and the attributes of Allah, taking one or two names every single program and going into them in some detail. It's important that we know who Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is. How can we claim to love Allah and not know His names, not know His attributes, not know what Allah wants from us? It's so important that we understand these basic questions. They're basic, but yet they are the fundamentals of our faith. So do join us tomorrow on Gems of the Heart every Wednesdays, 7 p.m. moving over, and the rerun is at 2 p.m. Now, my dear brothers and sisters, we'd like to encourage everyone to pick up their phones and to share their thoughts. And if you like to say a thank you, like Sister Aisha did a few moments ago, about our presenters or about our programs, so do that, and the phone lines are open as well. I'd love to hear people from around the world give us their thoughts and give us their comments. Now, let's move over to our next report, which is coming to us from our program, Correct Your Recitation. This is one of my favorite programs. You get to hear some beautiful recitation of the Holy Quran. Let's watch this together, and then we'll come back in a few moments.
يخلق ما يشاء يهب لمن يشاء إناثا ويهب لمن يشاء الذكور
الله
أو يزوجهم ذكرانا وإناثا ويجعل من يشاء عقيما إنه عليم قدير وما كان لبشر أن يكلمه الله إلا وحيا أو من وراء حجاب أو من وراء حجاب أو يرسل رسولا فيوحي بإذنه ما يشاء إنه علي حكيم وكذلك أوحينا إليك روحا من أمرنا ما كنت تدري ما الكتاب ولا الإيمان ولكن جعلناه نورا ولكن جعلناه نورا نهدي به ولكن جعلناه نورا نهدي به من نشاء من عبادنا وإنك لتهدي إلى صراط مستقيم صراط الله الذي له ما في السماوات وما في الأرض ألا إلى الله تصير الأمور
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome back, dear brothers and sisters. After listening to that beautiful recitation of the Holy Quran that comes to you from our program Correct Your Recitation, which you can watch every Thursdays, and that comes to you live at 9 p.m. and you can watch the rerun at 1 p.m. and those are all Mecca times. So do watch those programs. There's nothing more beautiful, nothing more soothing, nothing more relaxing than to sit back and to listen to the words of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala being recited in the most beautiful of ways. My dear brothers and sisters, we have just a minute to go before the program comes to an end, and the numbers are still there. If you would like to share with me a thought, a comment, you would like to say thank you to somebody, then please, this is the opportunity. Anybody you would like to say thank you to that has influenced or affected you greatly in your lives, this is the time to do so. Just reflect over some of the words that were mentioned inside of that beautiful recitation. He started off the recitation with the verse, لِلَّهِ مُلْكُ السَّمَاوَاتِ وَالْأَرْضِ, that all that belongs in the heavens and the earth is under the ownership of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. When you think about the power of Allah and how Allah owns everything in this world, everything in the heavens, it puts your life, puts everything into perspective. He is our Lord, He is our Creator, and He is our Sustainer. And then he concluded by reciting another beautiful verse in which he said, إِنَّكَ لَا تَهْدِي إِلَى صِرَاطِ الْمُسْتَقِيمِ, that indeed you, Allah, are the only one who guides us to the Sirat al-Mustaqim, the right path. How important it is for us not just to recognize Allah, to recognize His ownership and His kingship, but at the same time to recognize that He is the one who guides to His straight path. My dear brothers and sisters, we have come to the end of our program here today on Viewers Pulse. But before we go, I'd like to thank all of the viewers. I'd like to thank Brother Malik for joining us on the phone. I'd like to thank all those working on the screens. And I would also like to say thank you to a very special person as well who works with me very closely on Viewers Pulse, but from behind the cameras, and that is my very beloved brother, Ahmed Ali. We love you very much, and we will miss you also very much. On that note, I'd like to conclude. Thank you all for tuning in. We will see you next time, next week, at the same place, at the same time. Until then, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
We'll talk about Huda, we'll talk about our way. Come join us and have your say. Let's talk about our way. Remember, you are not alone. Huda is the light in your home. We'll talk about Huda, we'll talk about our way. Come join us and have your say. Let's talk about our way. Remember, you are not alone. Huda is the light in your home. Remember, you are not alone. Huda is the light in your home.